I will be introducing the Executive Board. Ms. Natia McLeod, Youth Mayor. Ms. LaShawna Hardiman, President. Mr. Robert Allen IV, Vice President. Ms. Shakira Vaughn, the CAO of Finance. And Ms. Aisha Grantham, the Clerk. Now we'll be introducing the Future Leaders Council members. Mr. Noah Barboza, Ms. Brene Bell, Ms. Diamond Easter, Mr. Emmanuel Hernandez, Mr. Miguel Hernandez, Ms. Sarah Johnson, Ms. Chardonnay Lewis, Ms. Stephanie Martin, Ms. Erica Smith, Ms. DeTwan Waller, Ms. Deshawn Waller, Ms. Demaria Simone Warden, Ms. Mia Washington, and Ms. Trey Young. Now we will have Mr. Robert Allen IV giving our problem statement.
Good evening. Teen violence in Richmond, Virginia is a problem that the city of Richmond youth face every day. You see teen violence on social media, in their schools, and their communities. This violence has affected youth's perception on life and causes them to reconsider pursuing relationships with their peers. Now, we will have our youth perspective by Ms. Shakira Vaughn.
Good evening. The teen violence in Richmond is on a ridiculous rise. Not too long ago, an 8-year-old boy died protecting his sister from an attack. The killer was a teenager who was only 16. More and more violent crimes that are happening in Richmond are being committed by teens. The teen violence stems from social media, music, television, video games, and negative environmental influences. Now we will hear from Natia McLeod, elaborating more on teen violence influences.
Good evening. Teen violence influencers. Teen violence comes from encouragement via social media. Youth try to emulate what they see being done on social media sites and blogs. Media advertising is often directed at children and teenagers. This means that children and teenagers are increasingly conscious of brands and images. Media can also influence other unhealthy or risky behavior, including smoking, alcohol consumption, and drug abuse. However, media is just one of the several influences on this kind of behavior. Children and teens need more support and more positive role models in their communities. And now we will have Erica elaborating more.
Social media is a big factor in teen violence. Websites such as WorldStar and Instagram seem to encourage violence by posting videos, dedicating Instagram pages, and making pictures to increment the fight's popularity. Social media encourages the more gruesome and violent fights, and they also make a joke out of it. Jada, a 16-year-old girl who was drugged and raped, had pictures put on Instagram and Twitter mocking and mimicking the incident, hashtagging it JadaPose. Taking these matters lightly takes away from the seriousness of the problem. Now we will have Deshawn Waller with the fears of youth in RVA.
Youth fears in RVA are gun violence, neighborhood fights, school fights, and being assaulted. These youth fear causes are unhealthy male and female relationships, rivalries between different localities, rumors, jealousy, social media, and viral fights. Next, we will have Noah Barboza with unhealthy male and female relationships.
Good evening. Relationship violence is a major problem in RVA. It can start as something as small as play fighting or wrestling, but over time it can escalate to a point where it starts being unhealthy for the relationship. And if the couple has children, it can spread to the children, and the children can spread it to their peers like a disease. As the child grows older, he or she can have all this animosity built up inside and can become a danger to society. We will now have some words from DeTwan Waller on rivalries between different localities.
Good evening. Violence among young teens in different localities has increased tremendously. This outbreak is in desperate need of assistance from parents, friends, and anyone else who wants to see a change in the amount of violence that is taking place in these different localities. We need your help in order for these accomplishments to happen. Thank you. Now we will have Brene Bell with Rumors.
Hello. Today, our teens use rumors or even gossip to get revenge. When teens are jealous of another person's looks, popularity, or money, they use gossip or rumor to hurt that person. They also tend to use gossip or rumors to get back at that person, someone they feel deserves to be hurt. Now you will hear from Demaria Warden about jealousy.
Good evening. How can we help with teen violence? Teen violence has escalated into a major problem in our society. It is not that it cannot be helped, it is the fact that teens have their own mind and are making negative choices and decisions. One of the reasons teen violence occurs frequently is because of jealousy. Some teens tend to have more than others, better fashion style, special talents, even something as simple as being smart, well-educated, or actually going somewhere in life. I was a victim and survivor of teen violence because of how I dressed, my gift of singing, and being an honor student. Teen violence may not be able to be stopped, but it can be noticed enough for interventions to be put into place to prevent the violence. The school system would benefit from developing and implementing stable and safe interventions to help their response to the violence in the schools. My 13-year-old sister was a victim of teen violence in her school for the last 5.5 months of the past school year. Interventions were not used by the school administration to assure her safety. She was made to feel like the problem instead of the victim. Now we will have Emmanuel Hernandez.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Hernandez, and I'm here to talk about the misuse of social media. Here in our city, we had a situation where a young boy of the age of 11 recording himself setting the park on fire. There's also a situation where 2 young brothers set their house on fire due to being mad at their parents and spreading it on social media. Now you'll be hearing from Chardonnay Lewis.
Social media is one of the biggest causes of youth fears. Social media amplifies violent situations, causing the situation to worsen when it can be prevented. Now you will hear from Miguel Hernandez.
I will be discussing on viral fights in Richmond Public Schools. While I was in school, one of my classmates showed me a fight that occurred in another RPS school. This video was shared online many times. This is an example of a fight going viral and causing teens to become more violent in the community. Now you will hear from Ms. Diamond Easter.
Good evening. Teen violence can come from parental neglect at home. It can cause teens to lash out at other people. It can also come from witnessing physical violence at home and peer pressure from friends. If a teen friends are violent, then chances are they will become violent. Teens who are involved in violent activities usually do not perform them alone, but with a group of friends. Now you hear from Mia Washington.
Hello. Teen violence on the rise. City of Richmond crime statistics report an overall downward trend. However, there's a perception of frequent incidents of teen violence in Richmond. Teen crime is underreported in Richmond public schools. Students do not report when a crime has been committed towards them. Teens want to feel protected in their communities and schools. Now we'll hear from Lashana Hardiman.
The future. If the problem is not resolved, then generations to come will diminish, Richmond will become worse, and there will be a lesser amount of capable and commendable leaders. Now we will hear from Aisha Grantham.
Good evening. Recommendation 1.
RVA Youth Peace Summit. The goal of the Youth Peace Summit is to gather all City of Richmond youth together to break the cycle of teen violence. This will be done through personal testimonies, demonstrations of resolutions that do not resort to violence, and guest speakers. Resources. The Future Leaders Council is requesting that Mayor Jones and Richmond City Council provide funding for the preparation and orchestrating of the Youth Peace Summit. Next, you will hear from Sarah Johnson.
Recommendation 2. Partner with local politicians, Richmond City Council, and government officials to find ways to promote more peace and harmony in the city of Richmond. Furthermore, to communicate with news editors and media sources regarding the perceptions of violence through the media. For example, Style Weekly, Richmond Times-Dispatch, and Richmond Free Press. Now we will be hearing from Ms. Stephanie Martin.
Making a difference. City of Richmond youth need positive strategies on how to handle their conflicts. If youth think before they react, they will understand that their actions affect more than just themselves, and this can benefit the city of Richmond. Now we will hear from Ms. Trey Young.
In conclusion, teen violence has played a key role in the downfall of today's youth. All of the concerns discussed today have been greatly thought about. We do not want you to just hear us, but also take a visible action. Thank you all very much for your time and ear of concern.
Good evening, everyone. Can we please give another round of applause to our Future Leaders Council? They have worked very hard on this presentation, really starting in the fall of last year to prepare themselves to be here today with you all. The agenda is theirs. The ideas are definitely theirs. Our goal with this program is to give them a forum where they can begin to make an impact on the community in which they live. So I'm Leah Walker, if you don't know me, and I'm the program director for NYA. I didn't introduce myself. But I'd like to ask the mayor to come up and give his response to the students' presentation. But before doing that, Mayor Jones, if we can, just for one moment, because I know you're so proud of your students, I'd like for them to just stand where you are, one by one, introduce yourselves again, and tell the mayor where you're interning this summer, and also if you have graduated and will be attending college, where you'll be going to school in the fall. So please start, Aisha.
Hello, my name is Aisha Grantham. I'm the clerk of FLC, and my internship this summer is at the headquarters with Chief.
Hello, my name is LaShawna Hardiman. I'm the president of FLC. I'm a graduate from Open High School. I'm going to Old Dominion in the fall. I'm majoring in biology, and I'm an intern at Pfizer.
Good afternoon again. My name is Natia McLeod, and I am a graduating senior from Huguenot High School. I will be attending Delaware State in the fall. My internship is with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office.
Hello. I am the CAO of Finance for FLC. My name is Shakira Vaughn, and I am interning in the Governor's Office with the Secretary of Education.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Hernandez, and I'm a senior at Georgia High School, and this summer I'm interning with the Richmond Police Department.
Hello, my name is Miguel Hernandez, and my internship this summer is at Life Stage.
Hello, my name is Mia Washington. I'm a graduate from Open High School. I will be attending in the fall Old Dominion with a math major with a focus in secondary education. Oh, sorry. Police Athletic League.
Hi, my name is Dami Easter, and I go to Huguenot High School.
I'm Deshaun Waller, and I attend Armstrong High School, and I got placed at the First African Baptist Church.
Good evening. My name is Dayton Waller. I'm a graduate of John Marshall High School, and I'm attending Virginia Union. First African Baptist Church.
Good afternoon, my name is Sarah Johnson. I'm a graduate. At Richmond Community High School, I will be attending James Madison in the fall with a major in Justice Studies and a minor in Criminal Justice. I'm interning at VDOC, which is Virginia Department of Corrections.
Hello, my name is Trey Young. I am a junior at Armstrong High School, and my internship for the summer is at the police headquarters.
Hello, my name is Brene Bell. I am an Uprising senior at Thomas Jefferson, and I am interning as a CIT counselor in training for the summer for MIA.
My name is Stephanie Martin. I go to Richmond Community High School, and I'm interning at the Alzheimer's Association.
Hello, my name is Erica Smith, and I'm interning at the Red Skirt Boutique.
Hello, my name is Demary Small Warden. I am interning at King's Dominion Amusement Park.
My name is Charnay Lewis, and I intern at the John Marshall Court Building.
Thank you. So, Mayor Jones, if you would please come forward, and I know the students are anxious to hear your thoughts on their work, and any questions that you might have of them, please feel free.
Well, thanks, Leah, and as usual, I'm extremely proud of the work that our young people have done. I'm extremely proud of the Mayor's Youth Academy and the progress that it has made. And each year, the report that I receive is usually well thought out and something that we really need to give consideration to. And today, I think the issue that is raised, teen violence, is something that is extremely important and close to all of our hearts here in the city of Richmond. Many of you may not know it, but whenever there is a homicide in the city of Richmond, the chief of police calls me day or night to let me know. There's nothing more chilling than to receive a call at 3 o'clock in the morning to find out that somebody has been murdered in our city. Perhaps the most chilling thing is when we find out that not only has somebody been murdered, but that it is a young person. And so we really think that this is an important issue that you have raised, and the recommendations, I think, are well thought out. I think that a summit is an extremely good idea. I think that it would provide an opportunity for us to have the benefit of your thought patterns, because we don't necessarily know all of the things that you face as a part of the youth culture. I remember a few years ago when we had some problems with First Fridays, and there were a lot of fights going on Broad Street that was disrupting a very positive cultural event that took place on the first Friday of every month. And we were trying to figure out, because young people through social media were just showing up in large numbers, and they were being disruptive. And we thought, well, if we can determine something for the young people to do, then this will solve the problem. And so we put our heads together and we thought about things that we can do, and the bottom line is that what we came up with had no interest to the people who were gathering on Broad Street. And the point to that story is that adults can't solve youth problems without the input of young people. And so we need young people to be guides for us, to allow us to know exactly where the rubber meets the road. And so this is something that I think will be extremely important. I think that we know what the problem is. What we are struggling with is what the solution to the problem is. And what we need from young people is the willingness of young people to be candid, to be open-minded, to be open and to have the courage to tell us the kinds of things that would help turn things around. It's culture, it's about values, it's about family. I think the chief will agree with me when we say that when we have violence in the city of Richmond, we put up the yellow tape, but the problem is not just what's inside the yellow tape, but the problem is what's outside of the yellow tape. The problem is with families. The problem is with values that, as you have mentioned today, are based on entertainment, based on selling a video, or based on getting people excited without any thought of what that is going to mean to people who don't know how to handle it. And so you raise a very important project, and I will take back to our staff these recommendations, and I really do think that a teen summit would be an excellent idea. But I really think that the teen summit would have to be geared toward finding solutions, because I'm convinced that all of us know what the problem is. And it would have to involve young people who are willing to stand up and not be afraid to be courageous, not be afraid to talk about the things that really need to be talked about, so that we can find some solutions to change the outcomes for the young people in our community. With that being said, I think that the presentation today was extremely thoughtful and very professionally presented, and for this I want to say thank you to all of you. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and when I go into the community and see and hear people who have been through MYA, it really does something to my heart. And so thank you so much for being a part of MYA. Thank you, Leah, for the fine job that you've done. I'll ask your staff to stand at this time, all of the MYA staff. Let's give them a round of applause, because they do a very good job. Now, Chief, you're not on the program, but if you'd like to just say a word, I'd like to invite you to say a word about this. This is Chief Ray Tarasovic, our Chief of Police. Give him a hand as he comes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I surely agree with the mayor with regard to that we understand what the problem is, but we have yet to find, and we find new solutions every day, but we haven't found the solution, and with your assistance we can get there. I guess the second thing that struck me about today is the mayor is the mayor of the city of Richmond. I'm the chief of police of the city of Richmond. Deborah is the DCAO of the city of Richmond. I don't think any of the three of us at 18 would have had the poise that you all demonstrated in those presentations today. That's something to be proud of, and that's something to carry forward. Here we are, we're doing quite well in our careers, and yet I can guarantee you that at 18, I didn't have the poise, the kind of confidence that you guys demonstrated today. And for that, I applaud you. For that, I applaud the program. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for letting me give a few remarks.
So at this time, what we'd like to do is, one, recognize two outstanding young women who are participants of the Future Leaders Council. They both have already told you where they are going to college, but what they haven't told you is about their other academic achievements. And certainly at the Mayor's Youth Academy, for us always, academics comes first, and your schoolwork always comes first in everything that we do. And we are very, very proud of our students here today. So the first person I'd like to mention is Miss Lashana Hardiman. Lashana will be attending Old Dominion University in the fall, and let me just tell you a little bit about Lashana and how impressive she is. She's small, but she is mighty. Lashana has graduated with a 4.0 GPA. She is a recipient of the Altria, what's the full name?
Altria College Opportunity Scholarship Fund.
Which is a very competitive process. There are only, I think, 4 students in Richmond who received that scholarship. 8 total. So 8 total in all of the Richmond students who received that scholarship from Altria. we did write a letter of support for Lashana, and so we are extremely proud that she received that scholarship. And what that meant for her was that whatever ODU did not provide her in assistance, Altria made up the difference. And so that is a tremendous opportunity for her. Also, Pfizer, where Lashana is interning, and she doesn't even know this, but I'm gonna tell the story anyways, was going to hire one intern this summer. But after meeting with this young woman and seeing how impressive she was and that she really, really wanted the opportunity at Pfizer, they decided to increase their numbers and hire an additional intern, and she got that opportunity. So thank you. And for you today, we have a $100 gift card to Barnes & Noble to help you with your books. The second person I'd like to call up is Miss Natea McLeod, who is our youth mayor this year. Natea also has a very impressive GPA. She is graduating with a 3.97 GPA. It only gets as good as a 4.0, so congratulations to Natea. She has managed to achieve that academic accomplishment while serving as youth mayor. We have called on her on many of occasions to serve in that capacity and serve in that role. She has always represented both the academy, the city, and the mayor well in that role. So we are very proud of you and very proud of your accomplishments. For you, we also have a $100 gift card. And so the last thing on our agenda before we eat is to hand out our certificates of completion to our students. And I'd like to introduce my new boss, Ms. Deborah Gardner, who is the DCAO for Human Services. The Mayor's Youth Academy programs are run out of her office, and so she provides excellent leadership for us to be able to do all of the things that we do for you all. Brene Bell. Congratulations. Can you let them pose for a picture with the mayor, each one of them? Thank you. Okay, Diamond Easter. Congratulations. Aisha Grantham. And Aisha is actually one of our students who is representing the city of Richmond in the RVA Building Leaders program at St. Christopher's. Lashana Hardiman. Emmanuel Hernandez, who should have a wall of these at this point. Miguel Hernandez. Sarah Johnson. Chardonnay Lewis. Stephanie Martin. Natea McLeod. Erica Smith. Shakira Vaughn. Deshaun Waller. DeTwan Waller. Demaria Simone Warden. Mia Washington. Mollybeth Young. I just love her middle name. Thank you and congratulations to the 2014 NYA Future Leaders Council. Also, Mr. Mayor, would you like to?
We want to take a moment just to thank all of the parents who have provided support. We recognize that the young people could not do it without support from their homes and from their families. So parents, would you stand up? Let us give you a round of applause for being so supportive. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we hope that it's been valuable to your young people.
And last but not least, I just want to say, as another requirement of this program is that all of the students who participate have to complete at least 40 hours of community service or civic engagement hours in the community. And in recognition of their efforts, they will all be receiving a $290 incentive check payment, which you all will be able to pick up on Friday, which is your regular payday in NYA. So congratulations.